Have you ever found yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling fan, wondering if you are the only person who doesn't own a yacht? You grab your phone, open Instagram, and boom, there's your friend from high school, the one who ate glue in math class, posting photos from a 5-star resort in Bali. Meanwhile, you are trying to calculate if you can afford extra guacamole on your Chipotle burrito. We all do it. We play the comparison game. We look at the shiny cars, the renovated kitchens, and the effortless vacations, and we think, man, everyone else must be rolling in dough. What am I doing wrong? Well, grab a coffee or a stiff drink, because today we are going to burn that illusion to the ground. We are pulling back the curtain on the actual financial life of the average American. And let me tell you, it is not the Wolf of Wall Street. It is more like the hamster of Main Street. I'm going to hit you with some numbers that might shock you, some that might terrify you, and some that might actually make you feel a hell of a lot better about your own bank account. By the end of this video, you will know exactly where you stand in the financial food chain. Let us dive into the messy, chaotic, and often broke reality of the average American. Let us start with the big one: income, the lifeblood of our existence. When you see your neighbor pulling up in a brand new SUV, how much do you think they're actually making? According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median weekly earning for a full-time worker in the US is just over $1,000. That translates to roughly $52,000 a year. Now, $52K might sound decent on paper. It sounds like, hey, I can buy a jet ski. But wait, that number is pre-tax, before Uncle Sam gets his sticky fingers on it. We're talking individual income here, not household. So if you're making about $26 an hour, congratulations, you are perfectly average. You are the statistical bullseye. But here's where the magic trick happens. It's called net pay. After federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, Medicare, and whatever random fees the government invents, that $52,000 shrinks faster than a wool sweater in a hot dryer. Depending on where you live, sorry California and New York, you are likely taking home somewhere between $35,000 and $40,000. Suddenly, that jet ski looks a lot more like a pool noodle. That's roughly $3,000 a month to cover rent, food, gas, insurance, Netflix, and trying to look cool. It's not exactly make it rain money, it's more like make it drizzle slightly. Now, let's talk about the future, retirement, that golden era where you sip margaritas on a beach and complain about kids these days. How prepared is the average person? Prepare to cringe. The Federal Reserve says the median retirement savings for Americans is $65,000. Total. That's it. That's the nest egg. But wait, it gets worse. That number includes everyone, even the guy who just started working yesterday. If we look deeper, 25% of Americans have zero saved. 1 out of every 4 people you walk past on the street has a retirement plan that consists entirely of hope and maybe winning the Powerball. Let's break it down by age, because this is where the panic sets in. If you're under 35, the median balance is about $14,000. Honestly, not terrible. You've got time. Compound interest is your friend. But let's look at the folks getting ready to hang up their boots, ages 65 to 74. Their actual retirement account balance is closer to $88,000. Let's do some quick, depressing math. If you retire with $88,000 and use the standard 4% withdrawal rule to make it last, that gives you $3,500 a year. That's $300 a month. $300 a month? You can't even rent a parking spot in Chicago for $300 a month. Even if your house is paid off, $300 won't cover your property taxes, let alone food, electricity, or healthcare. If this is the average, then the average plan is essentially to rely on Social Security and pray that inflation doesn't exist. Spoiler alert, inflation exists. So if people aren't saving, they must be spending, right? Oh boy, are they ever. The average American household burns through about $5,577 every single month. That's roughly $67,000 a year. Hold on, did you catch that? The average individual brings home maybe $40K net, but households spend $67K. This math requires 2 incomes just to break even. Let's look at the big 3 expenses. Number 1, housing, the shelter for your body. The average cost, $1,885 a month. That's over $22,000 a year just to have a roof. And if you live in a major city, you're laughing at that number right now because $1,800 gets you a cardboard box under a bridge in Seattle. Number 2, transportation. Cars are the silent wealth killers. Between payments, gas, insurance, and that weird rattling noise you're ignoring, the average cost is $913 a month. We are spending nearly $1,000 a month just to get to the job that pays us the money to pay for the car. It's a vicious cycle. Number 3, food. This one is interesting. The stats say the average household spends $691 a month on food. I have a question. Who are these people? Are they eating air? Have they mastered photosynthesis? $691 for a whole family? Have you been to a grocery store lately? You walk in for milk and eggs, sneeze, and suddenly you've spent $100. If you like to eat at restaurants or DoorDash because cooking is hard, that $691 is gone by the 15th of the month. So between housing and your car, half your paycheck is gone before you've even bought a sandwich. Now we have to address the elephant in the room, the plastic in your wallet. The average American household is carrying over $9,000 in credit card debt. Let's be clear, this is not good debt like a mortgage. This is I bought clothes I don't wear and dinners I already ate debt. And the interest rates, they're criminal. We are talking 20%, 25%, sometimes nearly 30%. If you're carrying $9,000 at 20% interest, you are effectively setting $1,800 on fire. You're donating that money to Visa and MasterCard. They love you. They're your favorite customer. But here's the kicker. The average credit score is 715. That's actually considered good. So we have a country of people with good credit scores who are drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck. A good credit score doesn't mean you're wealthy. It just means you're really good at borrowing money and paying the minimums on time. It's a measure of how good of a customer you are to the bank, not how rich you are. Okay, let's strip it all away. Assets minus liabilities. What you own versus what you owe. This is your net worth. The median net worth for American families is $122,000, but this is heavily skewed by age. If you're under 35, the median is less than $14,000. If you have positive net worth at 25, you're basically a unicorn. By age 45 to 54, it jumps to $168,000, and by retirement age, it's around $266,000. Now, $266K sounds like a lot of cash, but remember, for most people, the bulk of that is tied up in their house. You can't buy groceries with your bedroom drywall. Unless you sell your house, that net worth isn't helping you pay the electric bill. Liquid cash? Most people are running on fumes. So, what have we learned today? We've learned that the average American earns a decent wage, but taxes and inflation eat it alive. They spend nearly everything they make on a house and a car. They have about $9,000 in toxic credit card debt. They save only 6% of their income, which is way too low, and they're heading towards a retirement where they will have to survive on $300 a month plus Social Security. If you're watching this and feeling panicked because you fit this description, good. Panic is a great motivator. But if you're watching this and realize you're doing slightly better than these numbers, congratulations, you are winning the game. The moral of the story is simple. Normal is broke. Normal is stressed. Normal is working until you're 70 because you can't afford to stop. You do not want to be normal. You want to be weird. Being weird means driving a car you can actually afford. It means cooking dinner instead of ordering out. It means paying off that credit card every single month. It means saving 15 or 20% instead of 6%. The bar is set incredibly low, folks. You don't need to be a genius or a millionaire to beat the average. You just need to pay attention. Stop looking at Instagram and envying your neighbor's vacation. Chances are they put that whole trip on a credit card they can't pay off. Focus on your own numbers. Build your own freedom. And for the love of everything holy, please stop buying things you don't need to impress people you don't even like. Thanks for watching. If this reality check was helpful or at least entertaining, smash that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss out on more money wisdom, and go check your bank account. Right now, seriously, go look. I'll see you in the next one.